It has been a while since I've done some live stuff. So, how about I jump in and do a live game and let's see if I can get an opening that we haven't covered in depth or something I've been studying recently on the board. It's always a team effort, hoping that my potential opponent will play something that we haven't seen 100 times, like an Alpine Sicilian or a London system. Okay, so I haven't played an Alekhine in a while on the channel, so let's go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to mute so you don't have that clicking sound of the pieces being moved. And I thought we were going to get a 4 pawns attack for a second. You know what? I haven't done E takes D in some time, so I'm going to go with this move order. And you love to see knight f3 or knight e2 for bishop g4, as we're waiting on the opponent to see what he's going to choose. And that one seems a bit off, as I should be able to pressure the c-pawn. Trading queens is going to give him the d-file. And let's castle first, and then I just think the c-pawn drops for free. Yeah? Looking like it. And c5 is a move that I don't remember, therefore typically something not too much to worry about. Now if I play knight takes, you play bishop takes. I play queen takes, you play knight takes. I play bishop takes, you play knight takes c7. I move. I'm okay with this life. We trade pawns, but I feel like you're underdeveloped in the situation, so I am optimistic about chances. Okay, this was expected. And if I go bishop e6, you go queen h5, and you're hitting the knight twice. If I go back to d7, then you go knight d5. Yeah, I think it's much easier to go this route. And after knight takes bishop d6, he has knight takes c7. Okay, that one I didn't expect, I'll be honest. I want everything here. Why can't I have everything? Okay, let's just go with the simple one. I felt like I had more, but it's an interesting position. So I like that, of course. And can I get away? I need to start playing faster. That is definitely a given in the position. Let's go after the bishop pair. And I'm starting to want too much in the position and took too much time. Let's come in here. This looks really annoying. Painful even. Looking pretty dominant. One up material, trade down. Okay. And I'm just going to casually deal with that problem. You want to trade? I'm okay with that life. But again, slow down. Need to play faster. Bishop. Okay, let's do that. Try to undo some trades if we can. Now the a-pawn is hit, so we got that to look forward to. Ooh, that was bad. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go with this imbalance because this should win anyway. but I definitely made the win far more complicated than it should have been. I got a runner, and you know what runners do. They run. Yep, that they do. Okay. Gotcha. Safety first. No stalemates, no whammies, no whammies. Keep them in check. That way you don't have to worry. And then sometimes you accidentally checkmate. Queen G to G4. Pretty satisfying. Okay, now definitely time trouble kind of snuck up on me in that one. And we've got arrows on again. Where is my preferences? Best move arrow. Yeah, let's get rid of that because not a fan of best move arrow because I like to actually think and don't have all those arrows. So let's see in the database if we're following along. Maybe no games found. What about in the Masters database? Okay. Knight C3. I like Knight C6 as it's a bit more testing and you often get that, like what the engine wants, Knight F3, where you potentially get the pin on the F3 knight and can place more pressure on the pawn structure. It also gives white the ability to play D5 and they'll rush this move, but you just get a great square for the knight and you're already hitting that pawn. You don't want to take it too quick though, as you can run into that Queen A4 tactic, but it's something to definitely be looking at as I jumped all the way to the end of the game unnecessarily. So Bishop E7, and here we have that I just want to play something random, knee-jerk reaction, and that happens very often when I play the Alekhine, and we love to see it. Knight D7, and Bishop takes C5, it liked better, and Knight B4. Knight B4 is a good one. It makes a lot of sense now that I see it as we're hitting the two weaknesses. So I did find the best continuation there, but B6 to support the knight was much stronger, but I didn't lose too much in the way of eval. Knight B4, and C6 was definitely a knee-jerk reaction. A6 would have been superior. Okay, so could have checked immediately. And yeah, I found this continuation. Knight B3 was supposed to be a little bit stronger, and I began to worry about time, so I went overly solid, but it seems that I didn't botch too much of an edge until right here, and then I had an uh-oh moment, because after takes, I was like, if king takes, he has bishop h6, and I had an oh no. Simply moved the rook. But I did see, you know, that's a lot of pawns, and I figured I would be able to win this anyway without too much difficulty, as passed pawns must be push, in the words of Nimzovich in my system. And yeah, they could go all the way, and nope, white didn't have a shot to get back into the game, and I definitely had faster checkmates, but to me, I don't really care when I have enough time to checkmate. I just want to do it safely, not the most efficient way. So no stalemates, no whammies, no whammies, and notice everything comes with check, and often you get to do checkmate. And how often do you get to write in notation Queen G to G4? Checkmate, not very often. And that ends this game with the E takes D6 Alekhine defense. Check out Alekhine defense, The Dark Knight Rises, only on Chessable, if you want more content on the Alekhine.